I never believed in aliens. I believed in what I could see, touch, and explain. But that changed one night in early September, deep in the woods behind my home in Oregon, when I found something that wasn't supposed to exist. I thought it was an injured animal at first. The soft glow, the weak movement, the sound that wasn't quite a cry. But when I knelt down and saw him, he wasn't human. His skin shimmered faintly under the light, not gray or green, but something like liquid silver. His eyes looked at me not with fear, but with pain and trust. He whispered one word, or maybe it was placed directly in my mind. Hide. I don't remember how, but I carried him back to my cabin. He was light, unnaturally so. Every step I took, I knew I was crossing a line between the world I understood and the one I wasn't ready for. He lay on my couch, breathing shallowly. I wrapped him in a blanket and tried to stop the bleeding, though there wasn't blood, not exactly. It was more like liquid light, faintly pulsing. Hours later, when I dozed off in a chair, I dreamed, or maybe I heard, his voice. You do not need to fear what you do not control. You need to fear what you choose to forget. When I woke up, his wounds were closed, completely. That's when he spoke out loud for the first time. You helped me. No one helps without fear. Why did you? I don't know. You look lost. He smiled, or something like it, and said, Then you are still one of the few. On the second night, I heard vehicles in the distance. Military, maybe. Black trucks, lights off. Seren turned toward the window, eyes glowing faintly. They are looking for what they fear to understand, he said, but they will not find me while your heart chooses to protect. I didn't understand what he meant, but I locked every door and cut the lights. For 3 hours the forest was silent except for the rain. That was the night he began to tell me why he was here. We have watched your kind for longer than your history remembers, he said. You call us aliens, angels, demons, names that reflect your fears more than our truth. He explained that his people were observers, not conquerors. They came not to control, but to measure humanity's capacity for compassion. Every age, he said, we test your kind not through power, but through empathy. Those who help the stranger shape your collective destiny. I asked him why they didn't just reveal themselves, show the world the truth. His answer shook me. Because you still choose fear over unity. You build walls around your souls, not your homes. Until that changes, we remain unseen. Seren told me they had a name for what they observed. The mirror. When you harm another, you harm yourself. The universe echoes it back. Your wars, your hate, they reverberate through everything. Even the stars listen. He looked at me, through me, and said softly, Humanity does not lack intelligence. It lacks reflection. That sentence burned into me. I realized then that whatever he wasn't here to preach. He was holding up a mirror. On the third day, he asked me to take him back into the woods. He said his people had found him, that it was time to go. As we walked, the air began to vibrate. A faint hum filled the forest. Through the trees, a pale blue light descended, swirling like mist made of stars. He turned to me one last time. You saw me not as a threat, but as a life. That choice
changes everything, more than you know." He raised his hand, and I felt something, like a pulse through my chest, a warmth that wasn't mine. "When the day comes that your world sees beyond fear, we will return openly. Until then, remember this: you are watched, not by eyes, but by hearts." And then he was gone. No sound, no trace, just silence. The next morning, I returned to the spot. Nothing, no light, no footprints. But the trees where he stood glowed faintly, as if remembering. That week, the local news reported military presence in the area. Meteor debris, they said. I didn't speak of it until now. It's been 6 months since Seren vanished, and in that time, I felt different, more aware, more connected. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I still hear his voice. Fear divides, compassion restores. I started helping at a local shelter, talking to people I used to ignore, because I realized something. Maybe humanity's greatest test isn't out there among the stars. Maybe it's right here, inside us. One night, I found something outside my cabin, carved into the old cedar tree where we said goodbye. A symbol. 3 circles overlapping, glowing faintly blue under moonlight. I drew it, and later found the same pattern in ancient petroglyphs across the world, from Egypt to Peru. He wasn't the first to come, and maybe he won't be the last. "You are the only species that must remember its own light," he had said. "When you forget, we come, not to punish, but to remind." I hid an alien for 3 days. But maybe the real secret wasn't about him. Maybe it was about us, about what humanity becomes when no one's watching. We call them aliens. They call us potential. And maybe, somewhere out there, Seren still watches, waiting for the day when fear no longer hides what we could be.